AT&T Stadium. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Detroit Lions and the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams more than ready to get this one started, and we are underway from AT&T Stadium. This one taken just inside the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to pass. First play is Prescott. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's second down.
Oh, I see you nodding your head along with me, partner, because it's pretty obvious what they were trying to do there on the drag route. With his speed, they're hoping he can turn the corner and maybe take this to the house. But that was excellent work defensively to make sure once he caught it, he wasn't going anywhere.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, he finds McCoy. Finding room in midfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10, right at the 40. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. The Cowboys at 10-5 to start play. They've lost 3 straight here. It kind of goes without saying, I guess, but they could certainly use a win.
Yeah, no doubt about that. There's a difference between a losing stretch and a losing streak, and right now, they're not playing their best football, but if they were to fall here, and now you're looking at going 4 games without a win, things can start compounding themselves pretty quickly from this point forward.
It's a gain of 34.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass plays early, it takes the starch right out of them.
And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a second and goal.
As largely been the air attack that's gotten them down here, but now is where you start to lean on that running game. That's a good pickup there on first and goal.
And they'll run again. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. His second rushing touchdown on the campaign and 4th overall. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Garibay back out there now to send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. So that one a disaster. A big loss there with second down coming up. Well, let's call that a less than ideal play on first down.
No doubt about that one, because that was a situation of just digging a deeper and deeper hole for himself. And it ended up a big-time loss.
They'll look to throw. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called the big tight end's name, but I can assure you this, Charles, it won't be the last.
No, it won't, because when he gets going, now it opens up opportunities on the perimeter, because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers are getting involved as this game goes on.
They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. Yards that time as that'll move the chains. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. He'll drop to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It wasn't a breakdown of protection. Did the running back not pick him up? What does it really matter? Sometimes it's just a great play made by the defense. Big-time sack.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 20-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. And, Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him over 3,000 yards passing now in the campaign.
And, Brandon, nowadays your leader's usually closer to 5,000 yards on the year, but still, 3,000 yards, a good season.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Following the interception, here's Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
And a really nice play call there to start the drive, especially if you're a team that has a little bit of a reputation for throwing it downfield. You come out and you think maybe you can catch them off guard a little bit, and they did. Little screen pass, backdoored them, and that time worked well for a solid gain.
He's going to air this out deep for Harvin. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Out now comes the Cowboys punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. A 41-yard punt there with no return, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that's out to the flat for Swift. Touchdown! DeAndre Swift with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. The extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
First down, Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deshaun Elliott. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched the playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football, because turnovers at that situation.
Taking it right down Broadway. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. It'll be a gain of 5. That is second down.
5-yard gain brings up second down at the 45-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. He's going to let this one go deep.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 39 yards there. A big one.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. That's caught by Jackson. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The slot man in motion right. Prescott now from the 50. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 21 yards there on third down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Prescott on first down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
And that CD, another sack for the young rookie linebacker. Well, getting after the quarterback certainly has not been much of a problem here in his rookie season.
It certainly hasn't, Brandon, and the instincts that have made him a great tackler, I think coupled along with some film study and some great anticipation, that's also made him a great pass rusher as well. They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Prescott to throw it. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll set up a throw. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
third down. He'll drop to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Detroit. 52 yards.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. Here's Swift. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. One more time with Swift. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jabril Cox. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a 27-yard attempt here. And his kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. A short kick taken at the 18. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half. Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
On second down, Swift. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there and a Lion first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And he still doesn't have a catch. We're into the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me, but that was one he should have caught.
Absolutely. That was his best opportunity right there. He dropped it. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Back to throw here. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to get that to Swift underneath. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked it down to force a 4th down?
And his kick here is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Tell you what, partner, you get the football in his hands, just give him a little bit of open space. As we just saw, he can make you pay.
And he wasn't the top option there, but check down turned into first down and then some. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Prescott from the gun. throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Here's Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line.
A big play here for Dallas. 56 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Cowboy touchdown. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. Taken at the goal line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Play action now. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. From 19 yards away.
Vedvik now for the extra point.
And with that, the lead is up to 8.
Garibay back out there now to send this one away. McKenzie will not return this, and it'll be brought out to the 25.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Here comes another drive from this unit, and Charles, they're coming off a costly mistake on the last possession, an interception in a game that is very close right now.
Well, as we know, they all sting no matter what the situation, but in a one-possession game, that'll hurt a little bit more. But this is an excellent opportunity to make up for it on this drive. I just don't expect them to try and take huge gambles to make up that momentum in a hurry.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. No return, but it goes down as just a punt of 31 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. But now the drive starts with a completion out to the right, and that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw as here late in the season, he goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Give him 10 there, good enough for a Cowboy 1st down. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the 4th quarter.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To throw is Prescott. A quick throw, but incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Deshaun Elliott.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. And this series could very well determine our outcome. They'll start on the ground with Swift. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
2nd and 9 now. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. This is Swift on the counter. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And it's incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now back to throw. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Kelvin Joseph. And the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Prescott here to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The 22 more yards there and another first down. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Prescott to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
Second down and 3.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ballgame.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Cowboys, they improved to 11-5 now with 1 week remaining.